Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Congratulations, International School of the Americas, class of 2021!
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maya Mackey.
And my name is Rishit Talakalapalli, and it is our honor and privilege to be your Masters of Ceremonies for the class of 2021 graduation ceremony.
As Mr. Magadance always says, Saubona. It means I see you, or more deeply, I see and accept you as a part of me, with your flaws and needs. Saubona is what we gain from a global perspective, and not just because it's in a different language. More importantly, it is what we gain from a community like the one in this Alamo Dome today. Let's join in reflection and celebration on that community as we mark this milestone in our lives.
This year, no question about it, has been hard as we grapple with the grief today that underpins this triumph. And no, it's not completing all of your late work after a semester of senioritis. I know that even with the joy today, there is a part of us filled with regret on what we lost, and there's a burning desire to gain normalcy back in our lives. It would make for an incomplete graduation ceremony for us not to address the circumstances that have shaped and defined our senior year as we reflect together on this journey. But this year has given me hope because it showed me how strong our class and our community truly is. We have found new ways to connect, to care for each other, and live out the ideals of global citizenship that ISA has taught us. This year, we found the true meaning of being a Globie and implemented the spirit of reflection and global citizenship in the real world and not just in our blog posts. So let's continue to bring this global spirit beyond ISA and into the next chapter of our lives, whether that be college, the workforce, or the military.
A global perspective is a keystone of problem solving. This year has shown us more than ever that the world is not always an exemplary place. We are confronted with challenges that our generation will have to solve together. However, this class is well equipped to do so, and change it eloquently, given all those personal dictionaries we had to do. We are a part of the world, and we must see, learn about, and accept its flaws so that we can work for progress in a way that is just, empowering, and personally fulfilling. Saubona. We hope that throughout this ceremony, you feel seen as members of our ISA community at a pivotal point in our lives, ready to go out and change the world we've spent the last 4 years learning about.
Today will be the last time that we celebrate together as the class of 2021. We've grown and changed so much, both literally and figuratively, since we first walked into the Neisd auditorium as timid little freshmen. We have been through it all as a class, and in many ways, we're built different. I mean, what other graduating class can say that they've survived a massive hurricane that canceled hot diggity, a global pandemic that changed the course of our senior year, a week-long snowstorm in Texas, and the rolling of many R's when I say my name. We have not only become classmates who go on yearly trips, usually, and have life-changing experiences, but we've also become a family that'll stick by each other through thick and thin. Let's carry these memories, experiences, and familial ties in our hearts as we celebrate the completion of high school and venture on into the next steps in our lives.
Graduates, families, friends, and distinguished guests, welcome to the commencement ceremony of the International School of the Americas, Class of 2021. Your endless support throughout the years has made this day possible.
Gegroeteerdes, geziene vrienden in voorstaande gasten. Welkom van die aanwensplechtigheid van de International School van the Americas, klas van 2021. In de woordse ondersteuning der dagen hierdie dag moontlik gemaak.
أمي، الخريجون والعائلات والأصدقاء والضيوف الكرام، مرحبا بكم في حفل تخرج المدرسة الدولية الأمريكية دفعة 2021. دعمكم اللامتناهي خلال السنوات الماضية جعل هذا اليوم ممكنا.
Diplômés, familiers, amis et invités, bienvenue à la cérémonie d'ouverture de l'École internationale des Américains, classée de 2021. Votre soutien a rendu cette journée possible. Nous vous remercions tous d'avoir rejoint notre classe pour célébrer malgré les circonstances auxquelles nous sommes confrontés.
Schulabgänger und Schulabgängerinnen, Familien, Freunde und verehrte Gäste, willkommen zu der Abschlussfeier der Internationalen Schule der Amerikas, Klasse von 2021. Ihre anhaltende Unterstützung hat diesen Tag möglich gemacht. Danke.
Benvenuti, laureati, famiglia, amici e ospiti illustri alla cerimonia di apertura della Scuola Internazionale delle Americhe, classe del 2021. Il tuo supporto infinito durante questi anni ha reso possibile questa giornata. Grazie di tutto.
Sotsugyose narabini go kazoku, otomodachi no minasama, guraihin no katagata, 2021年の International School of the American の卒業式にようこそ。長年にわたる皆様のご支援のおかげでこの日を迎えることができました。
Destinatarii diplomatas familiae amici et convivae honestissimae, complecter vos on ceremoniae Scholae Internationalae Americis, ordinis 2 milia vigenti unus, vestri auxilium infinitum inter annus huic diei potis fecit.
各位来宾、各位朋友、各位同学、各位家长，你们好！欢迎你们参加美国国际学校2021年毕业典礼。我们的成功离不开你们的帮助，在此我代表全体毕业生向你们表示衷心的感谢。
Дорогие друзья, гости, выпускники и их семьи, добро пожаловать на выпускную церемонию Международной школы Америки 2021 года. Ваша огромная поддержка в течение последних 4 лет сделала этот день возможным.
Graduados, familias, amigos e invitados distinguidos, bienvenido a la ceremonia de graduación de la Escuela Internacional de las Américas, clase del 2021. Su apoyo sin fin a lo largo de los años ha hecho posible este día. Muchas gracias.
ఉన్నత విద్యావంతులు స్నేహితులు కుటుంబ సభ్యులు మరియు ముఖ్య అతిథులకు అమెరికాస్ అంతర్రాష్ట్రీయ పాఠశాల 2021 సంవత్సరం తరగతి తరపున మీ యొక్క సంపూర్ణ సహాయ సహకారములకు మా హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదములు.
तमाम ग्रेजुएट्स, अहबाब, दोस्तों और मेहमानों को इंटरनेशनल स्कूल ऑफ द अमेरिकाज क्लास ऑफ 2021 में खुश आमदीद. आप सबकी नेक तमन्नाओं और भरपूर साथ ने इस दिन को मुमकिन बनाया है, जिसके लिए हम आपके मशकूर हैं.
Our first speaker today, I'm sure, is a man who needs no introduction. He has served as the principal of ISA since 2016, and more importantly, is a parent, teacher, role model, an inspirational global citizen that everyone at ISA definitely looks up to. Though it has been a while, I can still remember him greeting students as we would walk from class to class, contemplating our busy schedules and providing us with emotional support whenever we needed someone to talk to. If there's anyone I've seen during my time at ISA that embodies the true meaning of a Globie, it is Mr. Magadance, due to his servant leadership and his ability to truly captivate and motivate those around him. Class of 2021, please put your hands together for my principal and your principal, Mr. Magadance.
Thanks, Rich. Rich, thank you for such a wonderful introduction. ISA Class of 2021, I see you.
We're here.
Friends, family, members of the board and executive staff, and distinguished colleagues, I see you. That was good, I heard that. On behalf of the ISA faculty and staff, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the Class of 2021's commencement ceremony, honoring our graduates and their many accomplishments over the last 4 years. This year we celebrate 114 students who have all earned the recommended or foundation plan diplomas, including recognition of 7 National Merit Scholars. We are not the only ones to recognize the excellence of our Class of 2021, however. Colleges and universities across our nation see so much potential in these young women and men in front of me this morning that as of this moment now, this class has received offers of more than $8.9 million in scholarships and accepted over $3.2 million in awards. That's right. While numbers like these reflect our students' academic preparation for college and beyond, the Class of 2021 is also leaving ISA globally competent. Through collaborative projects, service, travel, internships, portfolio presentations, reflection, and this year taking action to almost entirely recreate the senior experience, These students have been investigating and exploring their world, discovering its existing and new complexities and wonders. They have learned to recognize perspectives, understanding the origins of their own worldviews and lifting up the views of others. They have shared their learning with audiences across this globe, including professional mentors, international visitors, in multiple settings across diverse communities, and even this year on Zoom. Through it all, they have managed to remain patient and perseverant through one of the most surreal experiences in our history ever. Apart from being scholars and co-creators, they are contributors to this world. Through all the new, our seniors have been challenged to take the substantive actions in their local and global communities. Our seniors have navigated new ways to complete community service. Additionally, these graduates have spent hours upon hours finding and completing an internship, whether it be virtual or in person, learning from and with professionals in a chosen field. Members of the class of 2021 have also served as ISA ambassadors, traveling to our partner schools across the world and hosting dozens of international students from our sister schools in Japan, South Korea, and Germany. Seniors, it has been a long road. You have had one of the weirdest experiences of any graduating class before you and perhaps any that will follow. In many ways, as I've already mentioned, you have co-created this experience with your teachers together. You started here at ISA after we had suffered the trauma of losing one of our beloved colleagues. Your first hot diggity doodah, as Rich said, was canceled by Hurricane Harvey. And here we are. You get the idea. I believe these challenges have prepared you to navigate the future that feels less certain, less predetermined, and more mysterious. And that's kind of exciting. You're also a class of firsts. You were the first to have Mr. Brown 2 times in high school. You were the first to celebrate your Summa recognition in our Littleton Gymnasium and the first to celebrate senior honors in our new Performing Arts Center on campus, and to graduate in the Alamo Dome. And you look pretty sharp doing it too. Your ability to weather challenges and celebrate firsts reminds me of all the ways that you refuse to settle. You have pushed us, you have pushed me to be better. Seniors, I can't thank you enough for all the coaxing and urging to be better. Your career at ISA has been full of weird. And while weird may not always feel like it, I believe your time here has been extremely special. I have one wish for all of you. My wish is that you are able to embrace all of the weird of this 4-year ISA experience that you've shared together. And while we all want normal, I hope you remember how special weird can be. Remember how these experiences have bound you all together as one community, one class. Seniors, I am so elated that we are able to be here today with all of you to experience this graduation ceremony together. We love all of you. And on behalf of the ISA faculty and staff, congratulations, Globee Class of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Magadance, for your words and for your steadfast leadership. This morning, we are pleased to introduce our stage guests who are with us today to share in our graduation ceremony. Please stand when your name is called. We ask the audience to hold your applause to the end. Our stage guests are members of the NEISD Board, Ms. Shannon Grona, Member and President, Northeast Board of Trustees. Ms. Sandy Winkley, Member, Vice President, Northeast Board of Trustees. Ms. Sandy Huey, Member and Secretary, Northeast Board of Trustees. Ms. Terry Williams, Member, Northeast Board of Trustees. Mr. David Byer, Member, Northeast Board of Trustees. Mr. Steve Hilliard, Member, Northeast Board of Trustees. Mr. Omar Leos, Member, Northeast Board of Trustees. Northeast Executive Staff, Dr. Shawn Mica, Superintendent of the Northeast Independent School District. Mr. Daniel Villarreal, Associate Superintendent of Business Services. Mr. Rudy Jimenez, Assistant Superintendent of Campus Administration. Mr. Anthony Jarrett, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction. We'd also like to thank our ISA leadership and partners, Mr. Stephen Magadance, our principal, Ms. Kelly Young, ISA teacher and name reader, Mr. Richard Flieger, ISA senior teacher and name reader, and Mr. Scott Brown, our faculty speaker for graduation. Rishith Telekalapali, ISA graduate and co-master of ceremonies. Aspen Harrison, ISA graduate and senior speaker. Christian Benavides, ISA graduate. Marlene Mesa Diaz, ISA graduate. We would also like to recognize and thank a few others who are playing important roles in our graduation ceremony this morning. Dr. Justin Oxley, Executive Director of Campus Administration, Mrs. Christy Wilbur, Executive Director of Student Support Services, Mr. Jason Gattel, Director of Media Production, and his team for today's live stream, Dr. Angela Bridenstine, Chair, Department of Education, Trinity University. Finally, we want to recognize the entire faculty from Lee, NISA, and STEM, as well as former ISA faculty and Trinity interns who are here today. Would you all please stand to be recognized? Thank you. It is an honor to introduce our next speaker, NEISD Superintendent Dr. Shawn Mica. In his time with NEISD, Dr. Mica has been a bold leader who cares deeply about our students, parents, staff, and faculty. Throughout his almost 3 decades of experience in education, he has developed a passion for helping all students reach their full potential and has taken this commitment to excellence to heart, meeting with parents and students throughout the year to discuss concerns and create solutions, visiting all 68 schools in the district, holding virtual town hall meetings via Facebook Live, and making a special appearance at our own Munsa 25 opening ceremonies. Dr. Mica has tirelessly worked to listen and understand NEISD students, not only as a superintendent, but as a father, a former teacher, and a community leader. He has worked to ensure that students are aware of the opportunities and possibilities available, helping each student recognize our own potential and amplifying excellence in each member of our NEISD community. Please help me in welcoming our superintendent, Dr. Shawn Mica.
Good morning. Each year, people stand at this podium and strive to impart words of wisdom to the young minds that sit before me today. However, I cannot help but think that what you have endured since the middle of your junior year has provided you with the wisdom, strengths, skills, and experiences beyond your years. In preparing my words for this event, I came across a parable that is often attributed to a Native American tribe, though you will find similar stories across history and cultures. This is the Cliff Notes version. 2 wolves constantly battle each other. One wolf is darkness and despair. The other wolf is light and hope. Who wins? The answer reminds me of this class. You faced challenges. You faced hurdles. You demonstrated a commitment, dedication, and a resilience that does more than prepare you for the future. And interestingly, you may not have made this connection, but the strengths that you have demonstrated have its roots in a game that many of you played as a child, hide and seek. As a child, you would seek someone or something that was hidden. Often you heard something or saw something that triggered a course of action and led to your goal. When you found it, it was an aha moment. What you sought may have been hidden in plain sight. Other times it took a little seeking, but you found it. It was there all along, you just didn't know it. It took a challenge to discover what was hidden. Since the pandemic, many of you have shared with me how you succeeded, how you pivoted, how you adapted to the changes that you faced. What you found were qualities that were hidden, strengths you didn't know you had, and talents that surfaced with the challenges that coaxed them out. There is a belief that we all have capabilities hidden deep inside. Sometimes those gifts, talents, and skills are activated by challenges, experiences, and the environment. I think that we can safely say that you unearthed what was hidden inside of you to achieve and reach today's milestone. You are sitting here because you successfully turned challenges into stepping stones. The lessons that you have learned since kindergarten, along with your natural gifts, have prepared you for the life choices and career choices that are about to cross your path. Be comforted with the thought that you have inside of you what you need to succeed. As you are set to embark on your next chapter, remember you may encounter the wolf of darkness and despair in battle with the wolf of light and hope. Remember this, the wolf that wins is the wolf you feed. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Global citizenship. It's easy to talk about, but harder to put into practice. Luckily, we are honored today to hear from a student that truly embodies what it is to be a Globie, someone I have had the great privilege of calling my friend. Her sharp wit, friendly presence, and passion for all that she does have been shaping our class and ISA community since day one. I'm so glad that I have been able to work with and learn from this amazing, caring, and extremely intelligent young woman. From her insights in the classroom to leading a group of chairs to produce an exceptional Months of 25 conference in fantastically difficult circumstances, she is one of the luminaries of the class of 2021. And I personally cannot wait to see the amazing things she will go on to do. Please join me in welcoming this year's speaker, Aspen Harrison.
Good morning, everybody. Before I start, I would like to say hi to my 5-year-old sister. Hi, Sky. And second, I would really like to compliment Kat's shoes. I really like your shoes. Throughout high school, my friend Robin and I had this reoccurring joke about eventually I would cry at every senior event, and they would hold me because I hate doing things for the last time. Because doing things for the last time means change, and I hate it so much. It makes me itchy. I hate changing. And as a senior, change happened so fast, especially given this year's circumstances. And my next change will be attending Trinity University with a major in history or psychology, maybe political science, maybe biology, I don't know. I'm still figuring that part out. And I'm sure you are too. And if you are sure you know what you want to do, I'm jealous because I wake up every morning and I feel like I have the entire world in the palm of my hands. I've had a lifetime of dreams and now I have to pick one to pursue. It's really scary. Now, I'm not going to dwell much on COVID because it only makes me bitter about the experiences we didn't get to have. But I will say what we did this year was unprecedented and unexpected. And you should be proud of everything you accomplished, even if the accomplishment was just getting on the Zoom call. I was there too. We lost out on one of the most romanticized years of our lives, and we handled it with the determination and flexibility of a generation much older than we are. Now, I'm going to continue on with a very cheesy speech because we deserve it. I'm going to start with a Mike Rowe quote. If you don't know, Mike Rowe hosts a show called Dirty Jobs, where he explores the life of unconventional tradespeople and spends the day working with them. The point of the show is to expose the audience to jobs that are not traditionally thought of when making a career choice. And I know you might not think of Mike Rowe as a groundbreaking philosopher, but my dad is a really big fan. And one time, Mike Rowe responded to one of my dad's Facebook comments, and just 3 weeks ago, he continues to call it one of the best moments of his life. Anyway, Mike Rowe says, in a very general way, our society has fallen out of love with the skilled trades. Part of the problem is a myriad of myths and misperceptions that surround the jobs themselves. But the biggest cause is our stubborn belief that a 4-year degree is the best path for most people. His point here is that there is dignity in whatever you choose to do. Oh, sorry, I lost my place. And a college education doesn't necessarily mean you'll be happy or fulfilled. Mike Rowe continually says that happiness doesn't come from a job. Happiness comes from the people you surround yourself with and knowing what you truly value. I encourage all of you to be honest with yourselves and determine if your next choice is what you want or if it's what you think you want. Because no matter how successful you are and how much money you make, you'll always want to be more successful and you'll always want to make more money. That's not a bad thing, but money and success don't guarantee happiness. We are finally hitting the point in our lives where what we do, who we are surrounded by, and how we view the world is completely up to us. And there's dignity in whatever you want to do. So do what you want and know that it's okay to change your mind. Think of all the adults you know that have degrees in fields they don't work in or who have had drastic career changes, and they're okay. Having the strength to change your mind is crucial in the next phase of our lives. So if you're heading off to college, congratulations. If you're going to trade school, that's great. If you're joining the military, I'm proud of you and thank you for your service. If you're going straight to work, that's so awesome. If you're taking a gap year, that's amazing. And if you're moving to LA to be famous, please name drop me on Seth Meyers, and I believe in you. Point is, you'll do great things if you have faith in yourself. Next up, I'll talk about a movie that was released in 1986, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I know that this is a wacky choice, but in freshman year, Mr. Brown had us watch the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and our assignment was to figure out if Ferris was actually able to do all of those things in one day. The answer was no. In real life, Ferris's day was impossible, which is a disappointment because everybody wants their life to be like a coming-of-age movie. But when you think about it, how much of his day do you think he really enjoyed? Does he remember how the food tasted at Shaky? Or how the paintings at the Art Institute of Chicago made him feel? Did he ever wonder why there was a parade in the middle of the afternoon on a weekday? I don't know. But in the movie, Ferris even says, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. But Ferris didn't even follow his own lesson. He was so busy trying to live an idyllic day that he forgot to enjoy it. He's only going to remember how crazy the day was. But Ferris had the right idea. The idea that life is fast and it could go right past us. We are so young and we'll never have more opportunities in life than we do right now. But it's also time to appreciate the experiences we did have in high school and what we learned, and to trust in the changes that we will make, seize the day, and make the future what you want it to be. But don't be like overzealous Ferris. We must be able to finish the journey we want to go on. Make sure you appreciate life in the time that you have. Because, as Ferris says, the question isn't, what are we going to do? The question is, what aren't we going to do? ISA has taught me so much. I learned the importance of being a global citizen, the art of self-reflection, and how to be socially informed. But everything that ISA has taught me is minuscule to how much my peers did. The way ISA kids are passionate about the world is inspiring and unparalleled. I learned how to be tolerant, how to use my voice, and how to dress from my peers. Freshman year, we saw rap battles, walkouts, and literally starving together at Heifer. Sophomore year, the school's name changed. We nicknamed Dr. Sprott's Baby Chunks until Miss Bronner rigged the fundraiser. And some of us saw snow for the first time in Santa Fe. Junior year gave us the religions test, a lesson in systemic racism in Alabama in a global pandemic. Senior year, we had to relearn how to go to school as a senior, how to adapt in a world that is different every morning while also deciding what we want to do after high school. Doing that is scary and impressive, and you should be proud. And I, myself, am proud to be associated with each and every one of y'all, and I can't wait to see who makes the notable alumni page on Wikipedia. Before I go, I want to thank my parents for encouraging me to push myself, for chauffeuring me around San Antonio, and for never letting me become my own worst enemy. I love you, Mom and Dad. I also want to thank my sister Brooke for picking up the ball when I dropped it, and for getting me out of bed when I couldn't get myself out. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud to be your sister. I had the absolute privilege of having an amazing support system, and I am so thankful for all of my friends and family. And I'll leave with one last quote from Oprah Winfrey. The biggest adventure you can ever take is to live the life of your dreams. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it!
Thank you, Aspen, for your inspirational words and all-around powerful speech. I can't believe that our next speaker has taught us for 2 years. That's 50% of our high school careers in this teacher's classroom. When writing this, my primary thought was that Mr. Brown should become a math teacher because of how many problems he helped us solve. Whether it was the test on world religions, the works cited page, or the various projects we did in APUSH, such as the News Magazine project or the 1800 Shark Tank spinoff. From dyeing his hair blue for a fundraiser to wearing a gorilla suit to school. Mr. Brown is someone who, in my eyes, cares very much about the happiness of his students. I mean, I was lucky enough to experience how hard his job was firsthand when he gave me permission to teach the class the Hinduism section of the World Religion Unit freshman year. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for letting us use your room as a hangout spot in the morning and during lunch, and for putting up with our weird questions and crazy antics. I'm honored to introduce someone with such impeccable fashion sense and incredible passion for his students. Please join me in welcoming this year's faculty speaker, Mr. Scott Brown.
Welcome, class of 2021, because you know how much I love graduations. But as you know, I dressed in this luxurious gown, and I see you have too. Despite deluxe material and superior design, they provide the maximum benefits of uniformity for ceremonial occasions. And in hopefully a few minutes, we'll be free of them also. It seemed just a short while ago that Harvey canceled Hot Diggity Doodah, and we started that ISA venture together. My first year was your first year. We shared 2 of the past 4 years at ISA with each other. We traveled to Arkansas and experienced Heifer. And I have a quick confession here. During one of the chaperone meetings at Heifer, I enjoyed maybe the best brownie of my life. It was cooked in a waffle maker. Never would have I have thought of using a waffle maker in that way. Thank you, Heifer people. 2 years later, during your junior year on our civil rights learning experience, through Mississippi and Alabama, we walked in the footsteps of protesters and marchers from previous generations, through the streets of Birmingham and across the Pettus Bridge in Selma. Of course, last March, the COVID pandemic hit and altered the end of not only your junior year, but also your entire senior year. You tackled the pandemic with poise, as exemplified by successfully pulling off the first ever online Munsa conference. And just when we thought we saw it all, Texas, just like those silences at the end of microlabs, froze over for a week during February. It's been an eventful 4 years and an enjoyable 4 years knowing your class. Throughout history, each generation has said that the youth are going to be the downfall for society. This goes back over 2,000 years when Aristotle said, "They think they know everything and are always quite sure about it." Members of your class have asked what I think about you. My answer to your question would buck this trend and say that I have more hope for our future because of you, the class of 2021. Previous generations have left you with climate change, a war lasting over 20 years, and overall a general mess. As a history teacher, I need to back up my claim about you with evidence. And what evidence do I have for such hope in you? The projects that you have completed through the years: Make a Difference, Do Just, Advocacy Fair, Social Justice, and Senior Policy Project, have demonstrated complex, empathetic views of the world that I believe are a welcome change. You have demonstrated awareness and a willingness to engage in the world that is inspiring. We spent many block periods lasting over 100 minutes, and while I certainly have no plans on speaking that long, I think we might need to take one last brain break together. And since Dr. Mica has ruled out your favorite, the walkabout, and some of you might want that slip of paper we have waiting for you called the diploma, maybe we should just take a quick stretch break. Oh. I see a couple beach balls have made it through there with us. All right, you can sit back down. It's like we're back with Miss Sherry. All right, back to the evidence of my hope in you. You have had impacts in ways that you do not realize. During the civil rights experience, many of you questioned why we stopped in Vicksburg and focused on Confederate soldiers and how it connected to the civil rights movement. Your feedback on the trip and thoughtful responses on your blog posts, yes, the beloved blog posts, asked many insightful questions. This led the junior team to re-examine this part of the trip and investigate a better fit. As a result, the Whitney plantation centered around the experiences of the enslaved was discovered. Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world, for indeed that's all who ever have." That is you, Globies of the class of 2021. Your push during your time at ISA has left a lasting impact on this institution. Mr. Magadan says I'm supposed to talk about a new chapter in your life. I'm thinking more along the lines of a new book rather than just a chapter, since the pace of life has sped up so much, as evidenced by the past 4 years. I know mentioning a book might frighten some of you who seem allergic to reading books. But this is the book you will write and live rather than read, so fear not. Wherever you go and whatever you do, remember that community and what you bring to that community will be important. Just like the community that the 114 of you developed over the past 4 years at ISA. As part of this process of building community, we all make mistakes, but learn from them. And more importantly, try to create space for forgiveness and grace, allowing other people to make mistakes, be forgiven, and allow them to also learn from their mistakes. Experience should be the center of your life as you move forward. Italian writer Alberto Ecko amassed a library of over 30,000 books before he died. Most of the books in his personal library were part of his anti-library. Books that he knew he wanted to read but had not yet. The collection represented his future desire to learn, because while learning, Ecko discovered more about what he did not know and wanted to learn. For Ecko, his writing and the quest for knowledge were two of his exceptional passions. So after this graduation ceremony, look forward to your next adventure while treasuring the experiences that you have had. It's been my pleasure to have been one of your teachers for the past 4 years, and good luck to all of you, Globies, class of 2021.
Seniors, please stand. Dr. Mica, I present to you the graduating class of 2021 and certify that they have fulfilled all of the requirements of the Northeast Independent School District as set forth by the Texas Education Agency for high school graduation.
Thank you, Mr. Magadance. Mr. Leos, as superintendent, I hereby certify that the class of 2021 of the International School of Americas has met all the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the Texas Education Agency and the Northeast Independent School District.
Seniors, please be seated. Graduates, on behalf of myself and the rest of the Board of Trustees for NEISD, we say congratulations to all of you. For close to 13 years, you have made a commitment to yourself to grow and learn as members of a global community. You have poured long hours studying, practicing, working, and volunteering, and it all has paid off. You have made it. Thank you, graduates, for all your hard work and the dedication you gave to your school and to yourselves. You have come out of a period of history that we will all never forget, but you have come out better and stronger than ever before. Moms, dads, grandmas, and grandpas, aunts and uncles, and all the other family members and friends who are here today, thank you so much for believing in your child. Thank you for supporting them throughout their journey, and graduates, do not leave here without thanking them. Thank them for being your personal cheerleader when you needed an extra push, and thank them for giving you a shoulder to cry on when things got tough. Class of 2021, as you leave here tonight, I would like to give you this quote to ponder on from American author and humorist Mark Twain. The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Although today your high school graduation is very important, it is only a starting point. It's a new beginning for you to find yourself in this world, to find out what you can contribute to society, to learn new things about yourself, and to discover how to make a difference in your community. After today, don't forget to keep on learning and growing. This will truly help you find out why you are here in this world. Mr. Magadance, Dr. Mica, as a representative of the Board of Trustees of the Northeast Independent School District, it is an honor to confirm and to accept the certification of the class of 2021 of the International School of the Americas in accordance with the requirements as prescribed by the Texas Education Agency and the Northeast Independent School District. Good luck, class of 2021, and God bless you all.
Graduates, please stand. As conferred graduates, it is now time for you to move your tassel from left to right as a symbol of your status as a graduate of the International School of the Americas.
Lamia Lola Abidi. Yasmina Jamila Abidi. Lucelio Valentin Aguirre. Joseph Ricardo Araujo, cum laude. Himal Reddy Avula, summa cum laude. Christian Arturo Benavides, summa cum laude. Robin Guadalupe Bernal, summa cum laude. Gavin Journey Bedencourt. Natalie Jean Blanchard, cum laude. Henry James Boland, summa cum laude. Carson Perry Callender, summa cum laude. Andre Julian Rojero Canonizado, summa cum laude. Maya Isabella Cantu, summa cum laude. Victoria Castañón, cum laude. Leandro Osmedi Chavarria. Layla Ryan Christensen. Juliet Camille Cisneros. Riley Elizabeth Clark. Sydney Maureen Clark, summa cum laude. Clayton James Cole, cum laude. Luca Conroy, cum laude. Dakota Cross, summa cum laude. Aaron Matthew Cruz, summa cum laude. Nyla Janice Davis, cum laude. Isabel Nicole Dodd, summa cum laude. Harrison Bond Doyle, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Dunnigan, summa cum laude. Eva Renee Dupertuis, magna cum laude.
Afia Adama Duamena, cum laude. Elizabeth Asha Edwards, summa cum laude. Lance Gideon Ellis, summa cum laude. Diego Vicente Escobedo Ruiz, summa cum laude. Mark Kian Gilberto Espere, summa cum laude. Mark Shane Gilberto Espere, summa cum laude. Emily Rose Espinosa, cum laude. Nina McNicole Espinosa, summa cum laude. Leah Jimena Fisher, summa cum laude. Mark Evan Flieger, cum laude. Krista Alexandria Flores, magna cum laude. Mia Flores, summa cum laude. Sarah Paloma Fortuno, summa cum laude. James Mason Fowler Valdez, cum laude. Jace Fuentes, summa cum laude. Christian Xavier Garza, summa cum laude. Jared Lionel Godfrey. Tyler Nicole Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Alexis Saul Gonzalez Rivera, summa cum laude. Edie Craco Gray, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Marie Guerrero, cum laude. Andres Josue Guillen Gutierrez, summa cum laude. Ezra David Harris, summa cum laude. Aspen Elizabeth Harrison, summa cum laude. Emma Grace Hernandez, summa cum laude. Kelly Michelle Irlas, summa cum laude. Aiden Peter Hobbs, summa cum laude. Adeline Christina Jimenez.
Alexander Jimenez. Thomas Patrick Johnson, magna cum laude. Kelsey Amber Cattell, magna cum laude. Vaden Montalvo Crofts, magna cum laude. Henry Gustav Krause, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Blaine Kirkendall, cum laude. John McWilliams Kirkendall, cum laude. Juliana Karen Lasky, summa cum laude. Kara Christine Lee, magna cum laude. Alejandra Luna. Maya Jan Mackey, summa cum laude. Hajar Amar Alden Kazar. Luke Frederick Martin, summa cum laude. Cielo Aris Martinez, cum laude. James Matthew Maskell, magna cum laude. Catherine Louise Maurer, summa cum laude. Julia Maiwa Pezzo, cum laude. Madeline May McKendrick. Trevor Hudson McKendrick. Jordan Lee McKinley, summa cum laude. Catherine Emma McNeese, summa cum laude. Marlene Sitlali Mesa Diaz, summa cum laude. Audrey Julia Michael, summa cum laude. Mary Claire Mock, summa cum laude. Gabriela Mercedes Moncada. Miriam Alejandra Montesinos. Ash Norwood, magna cum laude. Nicholas Julian Almeida.
Zaira Marie Ramirez, cum laude. Katharina Gabrielle Reinard, cum laude. Megan Alanya Ring, summa cum laude. Priscilla Rivera, summa cum laude. Elliot Vincent Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Camille Rodriguez. Ariana Evelyn Rosales, magna cum laude. Miranda Nicole Sanchez. Rabia Mokadous Shahid, summa cum laude. Kyle Allen Soa, summa cum laude. Tatum Simone Foyce Priester, summa cum laude. Caleb Staples, summa cum laude. Kiran Ashley Stevenson, summa cum laude. Rishis Sandalya Telekalapali, summa cum laude. Rachel Joy Thomas, summa cum laude. Matthew Joseph Tobar, cum laude. Victoria Patricia Tijerina, summa cum laude. Jasmine Page Venata, summa cum laude. Anna Mae West, summa cum laude. Evan Alexander Wiedenhafer, summa cum laude. Camille Elise Wiley, summa cum laude. Madeline Claire Wiley, summa cum laude. Axel Wilson, summa cum laude. Rosemary Kathleen Wilson, summa cum laude. Adelina Marisa Wiesti, magna cum laude. Ray Sheen, summa cum laude. Alva Cecilia Zuniga, summa cum laude.
Every student here today has had the support and encouragement from our dedicated and passionate faculty members over the past 4 years. These people have showed us what it truly means to be a Globie in this ever-expanding universe. For this, the class of 2021 would like to recognize those who have helped us get here. The freshman team took on the strenuous task of introducing us to ISA and our core values, teaching us how to think compassionately and critically. They motivated us to begin our journey and taught us the skills needed to talk to each other. They familiarized us with Trinity for the first time and initiated our travel experiences. The sophomore team introduced us to the concepts of acculturation and assimilation, which we further explored in New Mexico. They showed us how to be confident in our speaking skills so that we could advocate for vanishing cultures. Those skills will undoubtedly be embedded within us and will be useful for our future endeavors. The junior team, despite the challenges, worked hard to keep us motivated and engaged. They emphasized social justice and showed us that our voices are not silent and that we can make a difference. We will carry the dedication and drive they taught us for years to come. The senior team taught us through a pandemic, and despite the challenges, they imparted on us the necessary skills we needed to complete our college applications and helped us understand how we can change the world. Most importantly, they got us to graduation, our final destination of our high school journey. We also want to thank ISA elective and world language teachers for giving us the opportunity to explore our individual interests. These classes gave us the knowledge needed to better appreciate language, culture, and science, furthering us on our path to global citizenship. And to every faculty member who supported us these last 4 years, past and present, we are truly thankful for your time, support, and patience that you put into making sure that we could succeed. ISA faculty, the class of 2021 will always remember you as the most trusting, passionate, and intelligent group of educators we could have asked for. Thank you.
We would like to thank our parents for everything you have done for us these past 4 years. Whether it is waking up at the crack of dawn to drop us off on a class trip, letting us borrow professional clothing, listening to us reflect upon our reflections, and of course, supporting us while stuck at home for remote learning. We knew you always had our backs. At ISA, the education we have received has culminated to create a foundation for the continued learning we will experience from here on out. In addition to our learning at ISA, it was you, our parents, who have been preparing us for all that we are to encounter. As you guide us through our youth and adolescence, you have helped in shaping who we have become, and we can only hope that we have made you proud. Through our formative years, as we have continued to grow increasingly independent, we have now reached another milestone. Although it may be tough to part ways, trust in the skills you guys have provided us. To our parents, thank you so much for sending us to ISA and helping us become global leaders and learners.
Professional hype man Tony Robbins once said, "Whatever you believe, you can achieve." A sentiment that I very dearly agree with. I know that if each of us carries out a task with passion, we will achieve the high expectations and goals we set for ourselves, no matter the many storms the sea of life that we must now sail may throw at us. No doubt about it.
We started this ceremony talking to you all about Saubona and the importance of recognizing your community, both local and global. The response to Saubona is Shikoba, or I am relieved to know I exist for you. Take a moment to think about what an honor it is to be recognized and loved by your community. Throughout our time in the ISA family, we've realized that our role in the global community has a real formative impact. Our global perspective demonstrates our connectedness to the world, irrefutable evidence of our obligation to exist as guardians of the global community.
Before we part, I want everyone to take a long look at the person to your left and the person to your right. Though a mask is covering them right now, yours will be the faces of tomorrow. When I look into this audience right now, I not only see my companions from high school, I also see the future right before my eyes. Among those in this class, we have individuals committed to serving our country, both nationally and internationally. Those who are problem solvers and entrepreneurs. Those who, in the Globe spirit, are committed to helping and giving back to the youth of tomorrow. We also have individuals who have greatness within them and will succeed no matter their career field. I thought some of my interactions with people at the beginning of freshman year were awkward, to say the least. This was awkward, I lost my place. And now here I am on this stage at graduation. If I'm able to speak on the end zone in the Alamo Dome, class of 2021, let's never be afraid to step out of our comfort zone from this point forward. I don't really know how to conclude something like this. Maybe it's because I don't want these times to end. So I'll defer that task to my fellow MC, Maya.
Shikoba, I am here. When we first got our phone call saying that we won the ISA lottery, I never expected that in 4 years, standing here, I would actually feel like I won the real lottery. But I did, because of you all. I hope you all keep your majestic fires alight and use your power to transform our globe. Today we will walk out of this room having been here for the ISA community, and it is now time to say we are here to the world beyond, to pursue what we burn for, to make new connections and continue to be global citizens, to keep working on that most difficult of global competencies, take action. And what a world it will be because of us. What a world. So, ISA class of 2021, for the last time together, we see you. Congratulations, ISA class of 2021!